Good morning. It's January 14th, Saturday morning, about 9 o'clock. I want to make a short video here on the Donald Trump-Russian relationship. I keep hearing in the news, and some online, but mostly in the news, about how we need to punish Russia and how Putin is dangerous and that anything that Trump does to try to make relations better only going to be a sign of weakness, and I disagree with that. I saw Lindsey Graham on Bill O'Reilly's show here from a day or so ago, and he kept talking about how we need to punish Russia and how he's going to introduce a bill to the Senate that's going to impose more harsh regulations, and I can't think of the word, but you know what I mean. I'll think of it here in a minute. But anyway, I think it's the wrong approach. I think that Donald Trump needs to make friends with Russia, talk to Putin. I mean, he has to be from a position of strength, but forgive him for his past deeds. Anything that's not too serious. And as far as I know, there's nothing that can't be forgiven right now. We need to tell Putin, this is what we got to do. Let's team up. Let's form a strong alliance, and it will give us tremendous leverage over the UN. That's what we need, because the UN are the bullies. The UN's the problem, not Russia, not the US. Not that Russia is perfect. Russia's got its issues, but Russia isn't actively trying to manipulate and control the world. Russia is not flooding the West with unvetted Muslim terrorists. So that's what I think would be his and I think Trump sees that, because he did come out and say that, basically say, he never said it in so many words, but he basically said that he knows that Russia hacked the DNC. And the other point I want to make is, even if Russia did hack the DNC, which I don't have any doubt they did, but that's not where the information came from. Julian Assange said the information did not come from Russia. I am 99% sure that the information came from Seth Rich, and that's why he was murdered, took 4 in the back in the streets of Washington, D.C. And I'm kind of jumping around here, but going back to that, I just watched the Seth Rich's lawyer, Seth Rich's family's lawyer. He was on InfoWars talking with one of the reporters, and he said he's gotten 2 calls in the past week saying that these people have evidence that it was the Russians who killed Seth Rich, because Seth Rich had evidence that they hacked the DNC. And therefore, that's why the Russians had him killed. Well, that sounds to me like that's a good chance. What would the Russians benefit from killing him? They're not worried. I mean, they know that if they hack the DNC, it's eventually going to come out. They're not going to come over and kill somebody. But who has the most to benefit? The DNC. So if you want to just look at facts, there can be a much better argument can be made for the DNC having Seth Rich killed than the Russians. Now, I'm not saying that they did, but I have no doubt he was killed by someone, and it was someone within this country. Could have very well been, and there's no doubt that we have a huge problem in our intelligence agencies right now. There's no doubt that the top of them. I just researched James Clapper yesterday, and he's got such a history of lying and being dishonorable. I trust nothing he says. And the same Comey is not much better. I mean, Comey has a history. He was in the same law firm as Hillary Clinton. He's come up through the ranks. He's been involved in that circle. Even though I've heard that he's an honorable man, I believe that possibly he does try to maintain some sense of honor and integrity. But I think what happened is that now that he's getting investigated, he's the only one out of this whole FBI Hillary Clinton email scandal that's being investigated. And I think it's because he did try to maintain a sense of honor to a small degree, and that's why he came out and wrote that letter to Congress 11 days before the election, saying that he found new evidence, new emails on Anthony Weiner's a laptop and that whole deal. But now they are investigating him, saying that he acted inappropriately, or looking to see if he acted inappropriately by doing that, and also by calling that original press conference where he basically indicted Hillary Clinton and then says no reasonable prosecuting attorney would take up these charges. So it's a big rigmarole. The Democrats, the Democrat operatives, the globalist operatives are doing anything they can to delegitimize and discredit Donald Trump. I mean, they're going after everyone. Anyone who's showing any kind of favorable leanings or support for Trump, they're going after. And it's just, there's so much that could be said on this. But my biggest thing right now is the whole Russian thing. Why are they blaming the Russians for everything? You know, China has hacked us multiple times. Nothing's ever been said. You know, they're much more of an enemy than Russia. Putin has reached out many times and said, let's fix these relations. And they want nothing to do with it. Nothing. For some reason. And I'm not sure where that comes from, because at one time, you know, 5, 6, 7, 8 years ago, when Hillary did the whole reset with Russia thing, the Democrat Party was very favorable on Russia. And it was the Republicans that were the opposition. But now it's the other way around, and I think part of that is because Putin doesn't play ball with the globalists. It's basically blowback from not bowing to the globalists. But I don't want to make a too long video. I think I'm 6 or 7 minutes in now, and but I wanted to talk about this Russian-Trump relationship thing. I think Trump's going to do the right thing. He's so much better than I thought he was going to be. I thought he was going to be good, but he's light years better. I mean, there's no doubt he knows the whole globalist agenda. He understands exactly what they're trying to do to him, and he is just one step ahead every time. And I'm proud of him. I'm going to be going to the inauguration on the 20th, and I remember hearing the night before the inauguration, there's going to be a deplorable party or something. I'm not sure if Alex Jones or Roger Stone's doing that. I'm going to do some research today and find out about it. I'd like to go to that too. But I just wish you guys the best, and God bless, and I'll see you soon.